died in a cholera outbreak in the northeast of that country. The death toll is up from the 21 reported early this week, and the number of suspected cholera cases is approaching 1,300 now. Most of the deaths were reported close to a town of some 20,000 people who have fled the extremist group Boko Haram. Water-borne diseases continue to pose a threat in these camps due to a lack of proper sanitation. With only around 48 hours to go until Apple unveils its new iPhone, an online leak has given a glimpse into what to expect, including its name. The Apple News website, 9to5Mac, suggests that it will be called the iPhone X. The site also reports that an iPhone 8 and 8 Plus are also in the pipeline, which will be modest upgrades to the 7 and 7 Plus. The leaks also show code to a new iOS operating system, as well as new technology, including a facial recognition system that will be able to turn your facial expressions into emojis. The new iPhone will debut on Tuesday. LG Electronics has been winning rave reviews from various European consumer magazines for its latest range of state-of-the-art TVs. The Korean tech giant's premium OLED TV was top of the pile among over 170 different models in a performance survey conducted by Italian magazine Ultra Consumo. With the Italian edition, LG's OLED TVs have swept top honours in consumer magazine evaluations in 11 different countries now, 9 in Europe, as well as the United States and Australia. Among the 86,000 OLED TVs sold globally in July, LG Electronics produced over 60,000 of them. Now, Korea's issue with its chronically low birth rate is nothing new, but we are starting to see it affect more and more of our everyday lives here. The number of babies is forecast to hit a record low this year. There are fewer kids starting school. And now the number of young people applying to take this year's college entrance exam has been released, and it doesn't make pretty reading. Kim Mok-yeon reports.
More evidence has emerged to highlight one of the most serious issues facing Korea, its rapidly aging population. For the first time in 9 years, the number of students taking the nationwide college entrance exam, or sunung as it is known in Korea, has dipped below the 600,000 mark. The Korea Institute for Curriculum and Evaluation said on Monday that the number of sunung applicants this year stood at some 594,000. The figure is not only more than 2% lower than last year, but also the lowest since 2009, when the nation's testing system underwent a radical overhaul. The drop in the number of test takers is attributed to the nation's underlying problem, its chronically low birth rate. The number of newborns in Korea has been decreasing over the past decade, with this year's figure forecast to drop below the 400,000 mark for the first time on record. The average number of kids starting elementary school in Korea has also been declining for the past 3 years in a row. There are fears that if the trend continues on its current path, Korea's population in 2085 will be just 26 million, half of what it is now. Making matters worse, the tens of billions of dollars in taxpayer money poured into schemes to encourage couples to have more babies, like financial bonuses, better paternity leave, and paying for fertility treatment, have largely failed to have the desired effect. Kim Mok-yeon, Arirang News.
Now, it was World Suicide Prevention Day on Sunday, and to support those struggling with everyday life and what it has to throw at us, a special event was held in Seoul. It was especially meaningful as South Korea, unfortunately, has one of the highest suicide rates in the entire world. Our Park Hee-jun went to check it out and filed this report.
September 10th is World Suicide Prevention Day, and for the first time in Korea, the Stella Foundation hosted an Are You OK Day at Korea National Sport University in southern Seoul. Are You OK is a suicide prevention charity based in Australia that aims to inspire people to connect with others while helping those struggling to cope with the pressures of life.
Just think that it's a very important issue to address, and everyone should be aware of what to watch for with their family members and with their friends so that they can prevent suicide.
Are You OK Day Korea offered various happiness booths where visitors could enjoy sports, take a rest, and even make new friends. Key speakers, including an Olympic gold medalist fencer and famous broadcaster, also offered advice based on their own experiences.
As an athlete, I pushed myself to think positively. It really helped me to overcome my problems.
Traveling has a healing effect. It gives you courage and the chance to look at life in a whole new way.
Because researchers say a lack of sleep is one of the main causes of suicide, the Stella Foundation set up a booth where visitors can rest comfortably and even take a nap under the sun. And as well as getting enough sleep, it's important to make sure you exercise regularly, as this also helps prevent depression and other psychiatric disorders. A portion of the event was also set aside for visitors to try out different kinds of sports, including taekwondo, badminton, and more. South Korea has the highest suicide rate among OECD nations. 15,000 people end their lives each year, meaning a person commits suicide in Korea every 38 minutes. By coming to a country with serious issues with suicide, the Stella Foundation aims to make a difference by providing opportunities for people to encourage each other and find meaning in their lives. So take time to look after your own mental well-being and keep an eye on the people around you, because a simple conversation can always make a difference. Park Hee-jun, Arirang News.
Now we're going to move on to a positive development on the scientific front involving some food commonly eaten by a great many people here in Korea. Researchers in the United Kingdom say their latest studies show ginseng and kimchi are effective in alleviating hard-to-treat eye conditions and preventing dermatitis. Park Se-young reports.
Macular degeneration is caused by the accumulation of debris in the back of the eye. Sufferers experience a gradual worsening of vision and black spots that may eventually result in complete blindness. Since there's no cure for the disease, treatments can only slow its progression. But researchers at the University of London have found that poor conditions in the so-called Bruch's membrane, which provides visual cells with nutrition and prevents the buildup of debris, increase the risk of macular degeneration. From the eyes of 44 donors aged 12 to 92, the researchers separated the Bruch's membrane and treated it with ginseng extract. As a result, the membrane's function improved twofold and the eyes performed like they were 20 years younger, reversing macular degeneration.
We have found that ginsenosides present in Korean red ginseng can remove this debris, and therefore we have a potential treatment for AMD. We hope to produce a new formulation containing these ginsenosides from Korean red ginseng and undertake clinical trials in the very near future.
Another recent study found that daily consumption of kimchi can lower the risk of contracting atopic dermatitis. Korean researchers found that people who consume 2 to 3 servings of kimchi a day were 32% less likely to contract a skin condition than those who ate less than 36 grams a day. Many people worry about kimchi's high salt content, but findings like these show that eating kimchi in moderation can contribute to good health. Park Se-young, Arirang News.
Now, the international community is striving to come up with reliable and cost-effective renewable energy sources that can meet the demands of our modern world, bringing together officials and experts from around the world. One of the biggest expos on the topic has just wrapped up in Central Asia. Our Kim Hae-sung files this report from Kazakhstan.
A light bulb that doesn't get hot. Using graphene, the world's most conductive material, almost unknown before 2004, the light bulb is at least 10% more energy efficient and 10 times brighter than conventional bulbs. An algae-powered house. Microalgae breeds within the building's shell using photosynthesis and solar energy to produce biomass and electricity.
Algae plants growing in special glass. They need sunlight and water, and then produced electricity and heat for 50 apartments in Hamburg.
It's more than just wind turbines and solar panels. Here in Kazakhstan's capital city of Astana, 115 countries are showcasing their latest clean energy technologies under the expo's theme of Future Energy. What makes the Astana Expo even more special is that it's interactive. As children rock up and down the seesaw, water pours back and forth through blades, generating energy to turn on a light. Using smart pads, visitors can learn about the concept and application of different kinds of renewable energy at the Korea Pavilion, which was visited by close to 6,000 people a day. The host country Kazakhstan's exhibit displays every kind of energy from hydropower to the creation of the universe. A fifth of the former Soviet country's economy is based on its oil reserves, which account for 60% of its exports. But with oil prices down by at least half since 2014 and the world turning its focus to sustainable energy, Kazakhstan hopes to lead the way in pushing countries to come up with cleaner energy.
One of the achievements made at this expo is that we signed 46 energy investment-related agreements. As a member of the Paris Accord, our goal is to draw 50% of our energy from renewables by 2050.
The 3-month-long expo has come to a close, but it also marks a beginning as countries, visitors, and investors look toward the future of energy. Kim Hae-sung, Arirang News, Astana.
Good afternoon. Southern regions are seeing heavy showers today. Korea's largest port city of Busan saw more than 100 millimeters of heavy rain in just an hour this morning. And as we can see, the torrential downpour left some roads submerged, causing chaos for drivers in the city. However, more heavy showers are expected for southern coastal regions through this evening, with up to 150 millimeters of heavy rainfall expected. So those of you in those southern regions will need to be extra careful and drive safely on the wet roads. And as for here in Seoul, we should see the rain let up by the mid-afternoon, and highs will be hovering in the mid-20s in many parts, getting up to 27 degrees Celsius here in the capital, Gwangju and Busan. Jeju will be warm at 30 degrees. Pleasant autumn conditions, however, will return tomorrow, while the big gaps in temperatures will continue for the time being. With that, let's take a look at the international weather for viewers around the world. While many regions in South Korea will have a rainy day, North Korea will have sunny skies in many regions with warmer highs. And as for major cities in Asia, Tokyo and Beijing will be under mostly sunny skies at a high of 29 and 28 degrees Celsius respectively. In the meantime, Wellington will have a windy Monday, but strong winds will slow down by the evening hours. Now heading to North America, Florida will be dealing with strong gusts until Monday evening, but the rain will stop on Monday. And as for South America, Sao Paulo and Rio de Janeiro will be hot and sunny with a high of 32 and 31 degrees under sunny skies. Now taking you to Europe, London, Paris and Rome will have a rainy start to the work week along with cooler highs. And lastly to Africa, temperatures in Tripoli will be much cooler under mostly sunny skies at a high of 28 degrees. And that's all the weather update for now.
And that's where we're going to leave our newscast as well on this Monday lunchtime here in Seoul. For more of the latest, don't forget to check out the website arirang.com/news. Our next scheduled bulletin is coming up at 2 p.m. Korea time. So until then, goodbye.